Hello guys, I am Vaishali Kikan from Dopamine and we are discussing digital circuits. Today in this video we are going to understand the octal to binary encoders. I hope you all have seen the previous videos where I have already discussed the priority encoder and the introduction to the encoders. We have already discussed the 4 to 2 encoder as well. So if you have still not watched the previous videos, go watch them first and then come to this video. So let's start our discussion with the octal to binary encoder. So in the octal to binary encoder, here I am going to make the inputs. In octal we have 8 input. So I have made 8 inputs and we have 3 outputs A, B and C. So it is the octal to binary encoder basically. So I have D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6 and D7 as the input lines of this octal to binary encoder. So in this case only one of the input line is 1 at the same time. So in the first case, let's suppose D0 is 1. So the output will be 0, 0, 0. So if the D0 is 1, all of the other inputs should be 0. If the D1 is 1, all of the other inputs should be 0. So if the D1 is 1, it represents 1. So it is represented as 001. Right. If the D2 is 1, it represents 2. So here we are going to represent it as 010. D3 is 1 which is represented as 011, D4 is 1 as 100, D5 as 1 as 101, D6 as 1 as 110 and D7 as 1 as 111. So only one input is 1 at given time, otherwise the circuit is meaningless. It will become the priority encoder then. Now coming to the line encoder. So octal to binary line encoder. So here I have the 7 inputs D7, D6 up to D0. Right, so now we have to make the line encoder. So for that I have to check the outputs. So you can see the output A is 1 when which is set, D4 is set, right? Then D5 is set, then D6 and D7. So if I take D7, D6, D5 and D4 and if I pass them through the OR gate, so I am going to get A as D4 plus D5 plus D6 plus D7. Similarly, if you see B, here you see D2 is set, right? Then you have D3, you have D6 and D7. Now coming to C. Now let's check out C. So for that D1, then D4 and D5 and D7. So this is how you are going to get the octal to binary line encoder. Right, now coming to the encoder ICs, like we have 74147 which is used for the decimal to BCD encoder, 74148 which is used as 8 input priority encoder. So in the encoder we have understood what are the encoders, 4 to 2 binary encoders, decimal to BCD encoder in specific type 74XX147 IC we discussed in detail, its truth table and we already discussed its function also. Then the priority encoder, its K-map simplification and the priority line encoder we already discussed, the octal to binary encoder and the encoder ICs. I hope you understood all of the things. If you have any doubt related to the encoder, you can put that out in the comment or reach out to me. Meet me soon in the next class. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Thank you.